Welcome to 20 Minutes Underground, your weekly online YouTube reptile show for reptile enthusiasts. Like Lily! Like Lily! That's why she's here. This week on 20 Minutes Underground, we're going to have you guys see the farm in winter. Things are slow, it's a little bit chilly. We actually got into the 40s this year. In past years, Florida decided not to participate in winter, but this year we're definitely participating. So if you're from a place where it's in the 30s, we don't care. 40s is cold enough for us. We appreciate you stopping by. Hope to see you more often now that we've got somebody who's willing to film these shows and actually follow us around. Stay tuned. It's going to be a great 2018. Oof. Hey guys, January in Florida. It's in the 40s, which is crazy for Florida. Actually supposedly got down to the 30s yesterday, which is nuts, last night. But all the animals are okay. We walked the line. I wanted to give you guys an update on what we're doing looking at 2018. We've changed some stuff up, we've added some things, and I thought, you know, why not just let you guys in on it? So if you look over here, we got all this dirt coming in. We pulled up a bunch of the palm trees. We got about 5 acres here. You guys see the line of black and white tegus on the right side. We've got the Paraguayans on the left side of the Argentines. Now we did something a little different for you guys that are tegu people out there. We didn't pair them up. Sometimes we winter them together. We winter the pairs together. But what was happening is, I think it was getting cold again. For the last couple of years it got cold in March, and I think something was happening there. So what we did was, instead of pairing them up, I'm gonna wait a little later in the year, pair them up. It's kind of a funny thing. It's early January and mating season's only like 6 weeks away. So we gotta get prepared for that. We've wintered the cages. We took piles of mulch and stacked them up so they could have their winter bedding. You guys look over here. This open area here. My girl's got ATVs. Guys, come here. You guys have been watching our videos for years. Remember when they were just babies? Look how big my girl's got. That's Kiki and that's Tammy. We got them little kitty ATVs. Isn't that great? I never grew up like that. I think it's great.
Dad?
Yeah. About me, two little brown rednecks.
Right side. Go the other
Park your ATVs outside the gate. We'll put them away later when Mr. Ryan leaves. That's how you raise a kid right. That's for sure. Hey Ryan, I want to introduce you to the new pen. It's 40 foot by 25 foot. So you'd think, what possibly would fit in a 45 by 25 foot pen? Well, exactly what you'd expect if you have this much space. Come on guys, look. Underground Reptiles has gotten into the sulcata breeding business. We got big sulcatas now, so that we can supply our customers with the finest tortoises in the world. And they are fine, aren't they? They love the space. We're still gonna make them. We're gonna make them a big high box in there. These things savage grass. They've eaten all the grass out of here already in just a few days. And then somebody dropped this little guy off to us the other day. He's got some really bad pyramiding. Doesn't look like he was taken care of very well, but he fits in here. Somebody's chasing my chickens around.
Chickens are on the loose.
On the loose. So, if you're looking for sulcata tortoises, we should have eggs fairly soon. They've been laying all year.
Guys, I love centipedes. I'm going to show you how to feed. Because uh-oh. Set. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, there it is. Oh, claws come out. Oh yes. I got to venerated. That's a killer. Killer. Yeah. That's
You guys look over here. We got some of the old cages we're redoing. Not really sure what we're gonna do with them yet. You guys see the barn. You guys been, I don't know, watching the barn. The barn should be ready by March, April. We'll be in there and full, give you guys a complete tour of that. We're in the middle of bringing a bunch of more dirt in, lifting the land up so we don't wind up with the floods that you guys were with us during that flood. That was a crazy time. You guys remember Ghostface Killer? Lesser Cayman Brack. Come over here. It's kind of a funny thing, you know, they're being reptiles and being cold-blooded, they slow down so much. Your whole body slows to a crawl. But it's a very interesting part. I don't know if you guys understand this. That even when it's 30 and 40 degrees, you have an animal whose body temperature can be in the 80s. What happens is their skin is dark, and the sun is reflected off of lighter things and is drawn toward the darker things. So even though it's only 40 degrees, that animal's sitting in the sun right now, and because his skin is dark in areas, that's absorbing the heat. So literally he can get his body temperature up to 80 degrees. So right now he looks like he's sleeping, he's all quiet, and hey, Ghost, hey.
Not today.
Usually he's bobbing, but in another hour or two, it's still early in the afternoon, in another hour or two, he's gonna be up and around. Maybe I'll feed him a banana or something like that. We're supposed to start getting warmer again. But that's an interesting thing that a lot of people don't understand. This is more of the reason why albino animals and animals that don't have a darker pigment in their skin can't survive in the wild. It's not just that they're prone to being picked off because they don't have a camouflage, but more because they can't thermoregulate themselves. So there's a little interesting fact for you. Come over here. The same thing with the rhino iguanas. It's kind of a funny. It's so weird. I always wonder about you. Some animals are prone to doing better in winter months than other animals, even though they're both reptiles. They're both reptiles, they're both cold-blooded, but yet my rhino iguanas, they seem to thrive in the colder weather. They actually enjoy it. You see her? He's up and he's around, his eyes already open. I don't know if that's something to do with his darker skin but they just chill, man. They're just whatever it is. And they're walking around, it's 50 degrees, and I wonder why that is. I don't know. Here we got the purple tegu line. We're gonna have a lot of purple tegus this year, Lord willing. Yeah, when I make promises, you guys, please understand that I'm hoping, you know what I mean? Because you never know what's gonna produce. I've got, got a few hundred animals, and you hope everything produces, but nothing ever produces all the time. And that's part of breeding. If you're a young breeder out there and you're wondering you want to do this for a living, but you had a bad year, listen, quitters never win, winners never quit. The only way I survived the lean years and to get through those times is by never giving up. That seems to be something a lot of reptile people do. They breed colubrids and all of a sudden they have a bad year, or the market gets flooded and they dump everything. And then everybody else dumps it. The last 2 years, rat snakes, king snakes, they've been so hot because everybody got out of it because the market was flooded. I've never done that with tegus. I've abandoned certain projects that didn't work out, but I never got out of it because I love them. I do this because I love them. And if I make money doing it, great. If not, well, that sucks, but I'm still going to do it because I love it. As long as I can afford to feed them. So here's the purple line, guys. We still got the albinos. We still got those are, they're not out obviously, and I don't want to mess with them in the cold weather. But those are the pink panthers. They haven't produced yet. And then we got the albinos over here. These are all purple tegus. Some of them are het for albinism. Some of them are just regular purples. The other came in back. The smaller ones are over here. We got 8 animals. We got 4 pairs of them there. Produced a bunch of them this year. You guys that picked them up, man, those were a joy. These are our vegetable delivery. When it's warm out, obviously these things would be gone quick. So it's 45 degrees, and these tortoises are, show them. They're looking for the sun. They're looking to just get in the sun and catch some rays and warm up. The bigger ones are over there. You guys see we made a little house for them to chill in. Get out of the cold weather. And now, box turtles themselves are an interesting. Look at that. That's one of the best looking males we got. Go get a close up on that thing's chin. Look at that thing. See it? Mm-hmm. Just a beautiful animal. Box turtles are interesting. Not only can they walk around when it's really cold out, they could actually swim in the water. 40 degrees, and those things they're out and about. These are redfoot tortoise pens. We put a few redfoot tortoise pens together. So those things are out. We're getting eggs from them already. This is the hingeback tortoise pen. You know, people ask what happens. A lot of people ask what happens when it gets cold out there. Well, it's kind of interesting. The colder it gets, the more red tegus we get. They seem to thrive. They seem to not be able to really do good unless they get really cold. So although there's a part of me that's like really, oh my goodness, it's gonna get cold, what do I do? There's another part that's like, man, I'm glad it's getting cold. Finally, we'll get really good red tegu production. We've had really mediocre red tegu production in the last couple of years. And you guys that have purchased them from us, thank you again for that. This year, also with the blue tongues. You guys know our blue tongue project. Same thing, it seems to be when they get really cold during the winter, you have a better. Look at that thing. He's like frozen. Just catching that little tiny patch of sun climbing through, and he's like getting in there. They love that cold.
eyeball it.
Look at this.
The rooskies are out.
Russian tortoise is also another tortoise that can handle really high heats and high colds.
Eating too.
I threw some greens in there and they're already out eating. But they seem to be getting that first patch of sun in the morning. So they probably warm themselves up. What's up, Bubba? What you doing?
Side comes out when it's cold too.
Yeah. Like Canadians.
Huh?
Like
I'm like the Canadians.
Yeah. This here, guys, is the ice line. All of our ice tegus are now old enough. We've got about 7 or 8 females. So you guys that like those albinos and the ices that we produced last year, Lord willing, we're going to produce a lot of them this year. We'll probably have 7 or 8 females that potentially could produce albinos. So with any blessing at all, we should have 50 to 60 potential albinos and as many as 100 to 200 ice tegus themselves. You guys see, we started the vegetable garden over there. We're going to produce our own fruits and vegetables so we can live off the land when it comes to feeding the animals. We dug a couple of ponds. We got a lot of stuff going on for the new year, guys. Stick around, please. Thank you so much for being with us. We'll give you updates on all the individual projects. Check our website. Check our specials on shipping. Thank you so much for your support. And we will keep you guys updated. It's been a great journey to take with you guys. And the crazy thing is, it really feels like it's just starting out. It really does. We're all real excited for the year that's to come. I hope you guys had a blessed Christmas, an amazing New Year, and God bless you guys. Thanks. Thanks for watching 20 Minutes Underground. By the way, this is my new kukri. I got this from Nepal. I love the Nepalese people. Thanks for watching. Appreciate you continually stopping by and sharing our lives with us. Hopefully, we'll make it a regular thing. This week's question of the week is, what are your winter preparations? Show us a picture, put a link or some kind of link to a video that you've uploaded. We want to see what you do for your animals. What special preparation do you take for your animals in the winter? Top 3 get free crap. And what's free crap, Ryan?
It's good.
Free crap's good. All right. See you again soon. Us.